We're back working on Hot Donna, and we're standing in front because we had so much stuff you couldn't see us if we were behind it. These guys were a little surprised when they came in at the progress on the sled. They didn't know I'd been busy all weekend. So we're doing pretty good on it, and we're kind of deciding what we're going to do. I had that little delay you saw in the last video with the tunnel protectors, so the seat didn't get done before they showed up. I wanted that done to kind of surprise them. So we might work on the seat tonight, or we might lower this thing to the ground and set the motor in it just so that we can see what it looks like and start putting together other stuff. I don't know. It's going to be up to these guys. It's all going to get done. It doesn't necessarily have to be done in any particular order. What do you guys want to do? You want to put in the motor and start plumbing and stuff?
Get the motor set
like
in
that.
and get the seat covered. We should be able to get all that
Entirely
done
up to you.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
Just a hired
It
help.
doesn't take
Yeah.
4 guys to stretch a seat cover or 4 guys to set the engine and start getting the nuts and washers all lined up. You know,
Or at least just set it in and look at it and go, ooh.
well, that too.
Maybe even put the
Hot
pipes
Donna.
on. Yeah.
Make engine noise.
Only because you got to take it all back out again.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're dropping the motor in. We'll start there and we'll see how far we get. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff about the seat you guys are going to want to know. So the original seat base, as the patrons already know, the original seat base got attacked by a squirrel while it was outside, and the seat cover got damaged, and the tank got damaged. So we're putting on an Ultra SPX tank on this, which means we have to show you what's different because we have to modify the SPX tank into being the correct tank for the XCR. So there you go. Then they're not the same, believe it or not. Well, they start off with the same piece of plastic. So we'll show you when we get there. All right, some minor foam repair on the seat. So right here, Tommy and I evaluated this, and we decided we got to do something there. So I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. Here's my can of Super 77. This is it's spraying goofy. But this is the shit, man. When you do foam repairs, get some of that. And then right here on this, then give it a few seconds to kind of tack up. You can feel it. That's still wet. So we'll bring you back in a little bit when that's tacked up. All right, so we'll just, we've done the Super 77 thing. We are kind of editing in take 1 and take 2 because I perhaps over-trimmed slightly. And now we're going to let that set up for a few minutes, and then we'll do the thing with the scissors and the grinder and make it, like, smooth. All right, we're taking off the worst of it with the scissors because we can. But we're trying to not unglue it. And that's probably about all we can do with the scissors. So then, the whiz wheel comes in. Got your beer covered, Lon?
Yep.
Just kind of sculpt it right in there. Get your kind of feather edge out like you're doing, Bondo. There we go. That's a good enough foam repair. I'll maybe give it a little more. Whoop, gouged it. It'll be fine. We're going with that. We're stopping while we're ahead, folks.
There you go.
Dennis is catching us in the act. So we're trying to round up motor mount hardware, and we need one more of those bolts.
Okay, yep.
We're finding them.
That's one I need.
Yep.
All right.
But we got our washers and stuff. We got the nuts located. We're getting there. And then, of course, these go on the motor, and it all gets set on there like that.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to drop it in.
We'll have to look in the parts list, and we'll see if we put this bottom washer on. I think we do. So we'll have to check that. But we're going to drop the motor in, but it doesn't matter. The motor is only temporary anyways, because we're just going to kind of figure out where that torque arm goes, and then I got to think I'm going to have to take the motor out to get the drill in here and drill through the side of the bulkhead where I'm going to put that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we aren't going to really bolt it in yet.
Got it.
But we're doing stuff. You got it?
Hey, Lonnie!
Lonnie got the bolt. All right. All right, so we got a little prep before we put this cover on. So this is the tank that came off. And you can see it's got this big hole here. That's because this XCR eats so much fuel, it needs 3/8 line. So we got to drill the hole here. And then you can see the XCR in the normal spot, like on an SPX. It was just blocked. So we got this plug. Lonnie already Teflon taped it and put it in and didn't split the tank. Thanks for not splitting my tank, Lon.
Thanks, Lonnie.
So the other thing we got to do is we got to plug this big hole here with the sending unit, which was in, but I took it out to make it easier to clean out the tank.
Okay.
So this is going to be a picnic on the sending unit. No, I'm being sarcastic, because on the sending unit, you know, it looks like a typical automotive sending unit, and it's got this ring that you have to thread into. And how are you going to hold that ring up there while you thread it? Yeah, so the sending unit's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure we'll be messing around with that until we get it. But I'm going to start by drilling a 3/4 hole for that fuel pickup, and then we'll do the sending unit stuff. Looks about right.
Can we put something in there, though, to catch the shaving?
Not really. We'll just clean it out.
I'm sure that's how they did it on the assembly line.
Well,
Exactly
you
like
got
that.
most of them.
Yeah, look, there shouldn't be much in the tank.
Yeah.
What do you see in there, Lon?
Light.
All right, I'm going to deburr
Or a
this.
big hole.
I'm going to deburr this a little bit, and yeah, we'll poke around with the flashlight and see how much really went in, but I think most of it did.
Got most of it.
I get that, Lon?
I do believe.
Have a look, Eagle Eye.
Oh, that is so much nicer. Heck yeah. Nicely done.
All right. We have this hoist, but Tommy said he'd been eating his Wheaties all week for this. All right, Wheatie Tommy. Dennis, well, he's just younger than the rest of us.
Not by much.
Enough.
You just gotta
Come
get,
on, Dennis.
you
Find
gotta
the
get
hole.
it in the hole. Do you need to spit on it, Dennis?
Can of liquid hair.
I'm not putting my finger in there.
Tommy, I think you gotta pull out a little. You're not gonna both fit unless one of you pulls out.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at that.
Starting to turn
Sexy.
into a snowmobile.
Sexy. Yeah, buddy. Nicely done, Tommy.
Good job, boys. All right, those guys are over there playing with motor mounts, and I'm doing this. Oh, I can't. Here, Lon. I can't film and do what I'm doing.
What?
So I'm checking to make sure the fuel sender works.
I thought you were ambidextrous.
I don't have a third hand, though. And look at the, see the,
Or at least with an opposable thumb.
well, see the resistance keeps changing? Well, if I can keep it connected.
Work on that.
Nope, I've lost my connection. Hang on. There we go. What are we at? We're at one end of the scale at empty. We're at like 120 ohms. Like half. And go all the way to full. And full is like
Almost zero.
no zero, almost zero.
Yeah.
So, sending unit works. That's the moral of the story.
Excellent.
Wanted to check because we have another one, but this one tangled up in wires was a victim of the same damn squirrel. It ate the damn wires right off the sending unit.
Well, but it wouldn't have.
I hate squirrels.
I know those damn tree rats, but it wouldn't have mattered, right? Because it wasn't electrically connected. So
Well, it needs to be connected to have the gas gauge work. This has got a gas gauge on the dash, Lonnie.
I understand. So you put wires on it.
Well, we would have had to put wires on it, right? But there we go.
All right, try to put this center unit in.
I'm not sure how it's going to work because I don't know that there's actually room.
All you need to feed around is your piece, I think.
Well,
Trying to do the State Fair sender unit, twist it around.
and with one screw still on.
Yeah.
That's the big deal is that I got a screw
Oh,
still
so it's
on.
kind of like a key ring.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Like a
what I
game.
think I'm going to do. If I can get it through enough to get another screw in there.
And just twist it 360
And then but you can't because
because it hits.
The sending unit.
the sending
Yeah.
unit is going to clobber that tank
the-
somewhere.
Yeah, the float. The float is hitting the side of the tank.
So
It was a good idea.
State Fair
well,
game.
not done yet. We could try something else.
State Fair game not working.
There's probably some other way of doing this that is really easy, and everybody knows but us.
Oh, the assembly line guys.
Put
know.
it in the comments.
Yeah, that's. There you go.
Nutter loves comments.
Yeah,
That part has to go on the bottom. Yeah, get her under
yeah,
there.
but I got to figure out which way it goes to get all the holes lined up because the holes aren't evenly spaced.
Oh my God!
Oh my god, they really made this a game then.
All right, so
Holy balls.
this gap has to go forward.
Okay.
So
I still think you should just break out the freaking aluminum magnet.
Oh, well, your fingers aren't that long either.
That's what she said.
okay, I've already retrieved it out of the tank once, so
Okay.
I know I can do it if I have to.
Okay, you got one started.
All right, so what did I just accomplish there?
You got it in the right spot.
I got it in the right spot. So now, and yep, all the holes line up. So now, if I can feed this through it,
And then put another bolt in.
and then put another screw in, and then if we can get that one back out. That's the only way I can see.
Does this fit through in the
Oh,
middle
yeah.
of that though?
Oh, sure it does.
Kind of has to.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
Got it.
all right. So,
Now, can you get another screw started?
oh, sure.
That's
You betcha.
Yep, we can get this one right
Grab
here.
a screw.
You have to get them lined. Do you have all of them lined up though?
You only need one, and then
need
we'll.
one.
No, what I'm saying though is the rotation correct.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the rotation's correct. This is going to go out the front of the tank, the way the wires are.
Okay.
So you got to find the hole in the plastic.
Right. I just had it right there.
Why am I getting the sniffles?
Well, mine went away.
Oh, I gotta take a Zyrtec or something. All right, now you gotta
Right
get
there.
the. Oh yeah, you got the screw holes all lined up.
Yep.
Now you can take that one out, Lonnie.
Maybe.
Should be able to.
Well, hang on. Let me get a screwdriver and actually tighten it up. We'll be able to feel it. We should feel it tighten
Ow,
up.
ow, ow, ow.
Okay.
We got it. Oh, I got Lonnie's finger.
Yeah, you did.
We didn't get it
Yeah, you did. Nope, you sure didn't.
How did you not get it? It was
How did you
screwing.
not get that?
because we didn't have the hole lined up. All right.
What were you,
Just
try
gotta
that
get
again.
It's like the crane game, but less fun.
Yes, but winning is good.
If you can win. Just like the crane game, you got to get it all the way out. You don't win until it's the
Operation. That's more of operation.
But how in the hell did they do this at the factory? All right, so it goes like
I'd
that.
say try the same thing you did. You just got to make sure you're threaded.
The second time, we just got to make sure we make sure we hit a hole.
All right, let's do her. You guys got this.
All right, so I gotta get my finger in there. Eventually, things prevailed. We found all the right screws. Everything worked, just like it didn't. Well, then it did once we had the right screws. So there we go. The ring's in. It's sealed up. We got a good gasket. Everything's happy. I think we could start to put the seat cover on now. What do you guys think?
It's looking much better than it was.
Yep.
5 minutes later.
And Tommy even cleaned up the mess. We had this whole bag dumped out. Tommy's actually more of a neat freak than Dennis, but you guys, you aren't getting that.
All right, so we're going to start putting this cover on. And, there's that strap that goes through the foam. Nutter, what are you doing?
Well, that strap is really loose, so I got this piece of... It's honestly, I can get my thumb through it, so I'm going to shove this piece of heater hose through the hole in the strap. Through the strap, because there's about that much room, and that should keep it tight. Maybe. We hope. We'll see if I can ever get it in. I think I'm going to cut a big long taper on that. It's just not sliding through the hole in the strap.
You said...
That probably won't come out because I was too far from the camera, but I told Lonnie, you got to put your fingers through that hole in the strap, because we're talking about a seat strap here. You got to put your fingers through, work it around a bit, get that hole big enough to,
put the hose in.
Put that hose in it.
Yeah.
In order to, take up the slack in your seat cover, because that's all we're talking about here. So, all right. It seems like it's taken more than a finger. It's like 2 hands.
Is that...
It's working.
Is that...
That I got to edit out. But it worked. I got the heater hose through the strap. Now it's pulled in nice and tight.
Yeah, nice and tight.
Should we grab a flashlight and show them?
So now we have this up here where we have pre-marked for approximately where...
It's not that far off.
That's pretty damn close.
And look at this. This is actually tucked in real good. Here, Lonnie, bring the camera in the trunk, and you can actually see what I did in there.
Oh yeah.
Just about right.
Yup.
So
well, at least till we get it stapled down, and then you might want to pull that out because that's taking up trunk space.
I don't care. All right, so we got her stretched and stapled, and we paid attention to the do not staple past this line, so we shouldn't have any leaks. Got her all the way down and around the back. We cut this, we put the grommet on, but we didn't go too wild with that, so that's all good. I don't know, it's pretty good. There's a little bit of a wrinkle right here, but for an eBay cover, that's pretty decent.
It actually turned out really nice.
Yep, so there's only one thing left to do. The cable up here, we purposely left it loose, and so now I'm going to tighten up this nut on the cable to pull it down into the groove more, and that's it. That's it. So I'm pretty happy with that seat cover.
Looks good.
Well, Lon, we're turning her into a snowmobile.
Definitely starting to look more like a snowmobile, buddy.
I think that's a new record for seat stapling.
That went really well. God dang it.
I get these covers from this guy on eBay. He goes by Gum2, and I really like them. The materials.
It's got some nice stretch to it.
Yeah.
And the fabric is, it's padded just enough that when you pull it around the corners, it's not going to pull through.
It's not a deluxe cover like you're going to get from Nate Kinney, but for general rider use, for a sled you're not restoring, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It looks good.
Yeah. Well, we did kind of blow it here, I noticed. Look at that. We did need to slide it a little
we
bit.
puckered it a little bit.
Oh, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So we got the motor in there. The guys really wanted to see it hang in. Tommy wanted to make sure he could round up all the hardware, which he did. Tommy and Dennis have already abandoned us for the night.
Yeah, they did.
And you can see behind us, it's not even dark yet. It's getting to be dark. But, but they bailed out. So
that's all right. We stayed after it. Yeah, like I said, it's starting to look like a snowmobile. I mean, some of this is going to have to come back off anyway.
Yeah.
to finalize stuff. So
A little bit here, a little bit there.
yeah.
But thanks for the help, buddy.
Yeah, man.
All right, so thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. People are telling me that, and I think they're right, the little button in the corner to subscribe is right next to the one where you go full screen. And I think people could be accidentally hitting the one or the other. I think that could be the root of the problem. Somebody said it was something similar in some Apple product where the subscribe and full screen buttons were close. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
So we got that. Real happy with how this all came out. Happy that I was able to convert an SPX seat to an XCR seat, although a little surprised there was a conversion, but it's mainly just this pickup up here. I don't know what else to say. Huge thanks to everybody that's given us a super thanks. If they've given us a super thanks in about the last 2 weeks at the time of editing, their names are up on the screen right now. Really appreciate you guys. It really helps out the channel, especially in the off season. It keeps the YouTube algorithm liking us and promoting us. The other thing that really helps out the channel is the patrons. And the patrons did get an extra video in between the last one you saw and this one. So really appreciate the patrons. For those that don't know, Patron is on the Patreon webpage or app. It's like a YouTube membership, but it's off-site, and I feel like it's got better terms for the creator, so that's why I use that instead of YouTube membership. $5 or $10 a month, you can help out the channel, help support us with beer and pizza and parts and keeping everything going. And in return, you get to watch all the videos early. You get to watch them ad-free. You'll get patron-only videos and posts. And there were quite a few updates last week as I worked on stuff, too.
Yeah. Yep.
So we do try to give the patrons extra stuff that you're just not going to see if you're just a general YouTube subscriber. So if that does anything for you, check out the Patreon. Otherwise, think about the St. Germain swap. And I want to mention that right now. If you want to meet me at the St. Germain swap, and I'm already seeing tons of comments about that, I'm going to encourage you to go to the Hall of Fame at 3 o'clock on Saturday, the day before the swap. That's the Hall of Fame weenie roast. It's a fundraiser. They have a barbecue, and they have a jar to put money in, and they make pretty good money to help keep the hall afloat. And I will be there. I will not be filming. That is my time to talk to people and socialize. So if you want to meet me or Tommy, we'll both be there at that time. If you see me at the swap, I still want to talk to you. Maybe the swap's the only day you can be there. But if you see me walking around with the camera like this and it looks like I'm talking to myself, I'm filming. So if you can just hold off until you see me kind of put the camera down, I'd appreciate it. But I am going to film the whole swap just like always. So with that said, I guess we'll see you at St. Germain.
See you at the swaps.